We're here for the Paintball Ruined My Life live stream on this Monday evening. And as always, we want to thank the best paintball store in the land, bfpgear.com. You can find them by going to bfpgear.com. They have all your paintball equipment, but they just got the breast cancer awareness JT ProFlex and ProFlex parts. You can see, obviously, there's a strap that can be purchased, a goggle frame, I don't know what I was going to say there, a ProFlex bottom, and an entire mask. And I saw these yesterday, Saturday. They looked really good. Like, I was kind of surprised at just how cool the bottoms look. We might be getting some sort of crazy echo. I turned it off. bfpgear.com for your JT ProFlex breast cancer masks, or, all your other paintball stuff. They just got the HK Army turbine regulators in stock as well. bfpgear.com. There's links in the description to all of these as well. Use the links in the description. It really helps out because they kind of know, it's working. The advertising actually works. It does work. We just gotta let them know a little bit more. Hopefully everybody is well. I know echo, it's gone. I had some other weird audio on. What are we gonna talk about? We have Cyborg stuff, MacDev Cyborg stuff we can talk about. The International Classic Paintball League Aruba Open that happened this past weekend. Maybe a little bit about Valken. There's some more news about Valken. But if you're here early, let me know where you're at. I want to know where people are. I want to try to find people. And make sure to hit the like button as well. If you're here early, you might, like this somewhat. I made sure to fog the environment up a little bit. The fog machine, did it go off actually? It went off a little bit. Okay. Let's just break into MacDev stuff. So we'll switch over. We saw maybe, I don't know, a handful of months ago, MacDev Cyborg information. MacDev said they were going to release a new Cyborg. We'll kind of go over the previous Cyborgs a little bit too. This is kind of the only information we have that it will be limited edition. We do know how many actual guns they're making. They're only going to make 250 worldwide as well. So 200 guns will go to the US and the other 50 will go internationally, which is kind of crazy, We don't know what this looks like, so we don't know if it's a whole new gun or if it's just like an updated version of the Cyborg 6. If it's an entirely new updated gun, it's kind of crazy that they're only going to make 250. I mean, that's a little crazy, kind of like Dye did with the DLS. But I believe the DLS, I can't remember off the top of my head, I think they made like 500 or 400 or something. Some kind gentleman will let us know in the chat. One thing that's kind of interesting, to be able to purchase the new Cyborg, which, I don't know, in the meantime, I guess we'll call this Cyborg X. I think that's probably what they're going to call this thing. To be able to purchase the new Cyborg, you actually had to buy one of the newer GTX clones they sold. Yep. You had to purchase one of those. So whoever bought those will actually get first dibs on the new Cyborg. Kind of like a Ferrari. If you want to buy the new Ferrari, you got to have an old one. We also saw today a little bit more information, I guess, is that it's going to have a deadly wind barrel. Deadly wind barrels are always carbon fiber. We can kind of expect that. They've had carbon fiber tips they've made for other manufacturers. The CS1, right? The Planet Eclipse CS1, I believe, or was it just the CSR? Either way, they've certainly made carbon fiber tips for Planet Eclipse. And Deadly Wind make the best carbon fiber barrels probably ever. They make a bunch of different options. They're making that Moab barrel that you can put back inserts in, and then also change that front bore diameter as well, making that FX barrel that's taken the PWR power inserts. So we will have a new MacDev gun soon at World Cup. You can see right there, November 12th. About a month away, NXO World Cup, Kissimmee. I never know how to spell it. Is it Kissimmee, 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 Florida. MacDev, Cyborg X? Like I said, we're not really sure. There have been other Cyborgs, though. We'll go back to the beginning. This is the very first Cyborg, the 03 Cyborg. Man, who remembers the Conquest regulator, too? You can see that that tank on there is the Conquest. The Conquest regulator for the tank was a very popular regulator. Mine sucked. It never worked, weirdly, because everybody loved them. The Cyborg 05 is that right there. And there technically was a Cyborg 06 Cyborg, but there wasn't really much difference. They kind of looked exactly the same. The 05, 06 Cyborg, that is the 07 Cyborg, and then maybe the best looking gun, the Cyborg RX. These do look good. You know, I was like, they look kind of good. I was like, you know, I'm not the hugest MacDev fan, but really always liked the ergonomics. I mean, that thing's just old school, you know. I mean, it's 2003, so it just looks old, but their guns look pretty good. Like, you know, that looks cool. I think ergonomically that looks good. That looks ergonomically pretty good too. And then the RX, their newest version, just looks really good too. It kind of reminds me of like a 07 Ego a little bit, but maybe it's just a regulator on the front. Yeah, the front of the gun looks a little bit Ego-ish. Cyborgs, that's all the Cyborgs that have ever been made. And, oh no, it's not. What am I doing? I don't have the... I didn't get the, I totally did not get the Cyborg 6. The newest gun, I don't know what on God's name I didn't get that for. I looked at like tons of pictures of them. The Cyborg 6 was a really cool gun. It looked really good. Let's somehow get a picture for you guys really quick here. This is like the shittiest picture possible, but what happened there? I didn't like that. Cyborg 6. Who knew this would be this hard? Oh my god, here's a really small picture. But, why is it doing that? I don't like when it does that. Bear with me, gentlemen. Oh my god. This is like the shittiest, smallest picture ever, but you get an idea of kind of what it looks like. Cyborg 6. Yeah, the ergonomics were really good on this thing, too. I mean, it had some certain flaws, though. But this is one of the things I was thinking. Would it possibly be maybe just a new version of the Cyborg 6? So maybe they don't... I'm looking for other pictures of this thing so we can show better pictures of it. Dude, I don't like the way this works now. It works a little different. Yeah, maybe they're not actually gonna like come out with a complete new gun. They're just gonna like use an updated version of this Cyborg 6, which I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. I mean, as long as they can fix a lot of the problems that these guns had. I mean, they had weird regulator issues. They used this like odd like electronic regulator system. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was a long time ago, and it certainly had issues. So if they can fix those problems, I don't see why it would be bad. I mean, I really like the ergonomics of these guns. The problem has always just been the same old thing. Not so much reliability, just service, repair, getting parts and stuff like that. Mainly because MacDev is based in Australia, so they're kind of, at least far from me, as far as you can get pretty much. And they've just been a little bit lackluster in that customer service, you know, repair area. So it's been a little bit hard to like recommend these guns to people. They say they're going to get better. We'll find out. That's MacDev stuff. The MacDev, I don't know how much it's going to be. I saw someone in the comments wonder, or like, how much is it going to be? I don't know. So the newest gun, their GTX, is $1,500. So I'd assume somewhere in that price. I would imagine 1,500 bucks. Aren't they in America now, though? Yeah, but they always have been, right? They've always had like US warranty centers, and they've always been doing that. And they continually try to get better, and it never really does. So I don't know. But like I said, more stuff is cool. Like, I'm all down for more stuff, right? It makes competition better. It makes people actually have to start like maybe trying to make their guns better. Whereas, like, you know, Planet Eclipse have gotten so stationary that, you know, it'd be good to at least see them get some sort of competition. I don't know if it's going to be for MacDev necessarily, but some is better than none, we'll say. There was something, I keep thinking about something else I was going to say about MacDev, and I'm like blanking on what I was going to say. I don't know. Give the live stream a like if you're right here right now. Give that live stream a like. Where'd Mark go? Schultz says there was so much stuff back in the day, and all the competition was a good thing, for sure. I mean, you think from like, let's just say 1999 or 2000 to like 2004, and for sure, I mean, we saw a rapid growth in everything. I mean, all paintball technology, from hoppers to tanks to guns, everything just got better. I think maybe for two reasons, right? Certainly that competition. There were a lot of companies that were trying to just become the new biggest and best company, right? And it was also at a time where it's just a point in time where a lot of stuff just changed. You know, we see that with everything, you know, from cameras to cell phones to cars. There just seems to be like this burst of period where a lot changes. Then we kind of like fall into this like sweet spot where stuff just works really well. And it takes like, you know, maybe a big change to change it, make stuff different. Apparently airgun design is still making parts and even guns. Yep, for sure. They've always, I wouldn't say ever, airgun design probably never fully went away. You could always kind of buy parts and custom order guns from them, but it was, I don't know what to say, but they weren't, you know, selling it at paintball stores and stuff like they were in 1997. They weren't massive. What else we have? We have the International Classic Paintball League. Took place this past weekend in ICPL. Let's put the winners on this on there. The ICPL winners. We can see in pro 10-man Smoke got first place, followed by Image, followed by Chicago Aftershock. And then over on the right, the 10-man amateur division Roadie's Factory in first place. And Oiled Up in second. Dark Carnival just been killing it all year long in third place. Open 5-man, we have Farside, followed by Aftershock, followed by the Omaha Bulls in third place. Amateur 5-man, Air Assault Factory 2. That's what that means. Oiled Up got second. Again, guys, come on. Air Assault Factory, just nothing in first place. And we'll let... here are some pictures of your teams. Here are... I don't know who everybody is. That has to be Roadie's Factory. And that is Air Assault Factory. We're going to say Air Assault Factory 2. There is Team Smoke taking first place in that 10-man professional division. And then Farside. You can see Ryan Brand right there. ICPL took place, where the hell was it? It was at Tiki's Paintball outside of Tampa, Florida. Played on 4 different fields. They had a woods ball field. No woods ball field. 2 hyperball fields, a mounds field, and a concept field. That's what I was looking for there. Your ICPL overall standings for the year, we can see Chicago Aftershock in first place. And there are only 3 of these tournaments, so the season is over. We see Chicago Aftershock in first place in the ICPL standings, as well as Image, or I should say followed by Image, Farside, and Team Smoke. That's your ICPL stuff. If you're even interested. I don't know if ICPL is maybe the most fun to watch and talk about, but you know, it might be the most fun to still play. Justin says uncapped semi, let's go. I'd like uncapped semi mechanical. Let's do that. Let's do that one. Uncapped semi mechanical. PB Lover says the only problem with bringing back uncapped semi is the reintroduction of cheater boards. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'd like to think that, though. One of the problems too is just controlling, you know, controlling the cheating, right? I mean, it's so difficult. I think at the pro level we could figure something out, right? I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, big of a problem. But I mean, you're gonna have a local Division 5 tournament is where it gets a little squirrely. You know, we can't have like some crazy system for like local divisional stuff. So I don't know. I like the idea of like kind of uncapped mechanical in a way, but you do get to the point where if it's like uncapped semi, you definitely get to the point where like you're just gonna get people cheating, whether that's in electronic guns or even in mechanical guns, figuring out some way to cheat. I imagine it would still happen kind of no matter what we do. I do like the idea. I'm not, you know, I like the idea of semi. I really do. But I don't know. I don't know. Guys, on this channel, one thing, you know, you can really, if you guys like these videos that I've made, like the past, this Joy Division video, they do take a lot of work. And one of the best ways that you can like help ensure they keep coming to us is becoming a channel member here on YouTube. You know, it's directly supporting me, so it goes straight to like supporting this channel to help me, you know, continue making these style documentary videos to help preserve paintball's cherished history. You can follow a link in the description, or maybe if you're on your iPhone or Android, there is a join button here in YouTube. There's a link below. You can go to paintballruinedmylife.com/memberships. Become a member. You get, like I said, it all says it there what you're getting. Early access to videos, member exclusive only videos, monthly members live streams, discounts on merch. Oh, what happened there? What the hell's going on there? Something rendered weirdly. Giveaways too, you know, whenever I got stuff to give away, I'm giving away guns on here, hoppers, like this actual screen grab is from giving away the Carbon Drive. There's the members only Discord. But you know, the only way to get any of this cool stuff and be part of this cool Paintball Ruined My Life community is by going to that link right there or following that QR code right there to become a channel member here on the Paintball Ruined My Life live stream. Yep. Channel members, gentlemen. Some brain says, Brad's Mac is acting like mine after I upgraded to Mac OS Tahoe. I don't know. I don't know what that means. What's going on with my computer? What are you guys talking about? You're talking about star frames and all kinds of stuff? I don't know what's going on. What would be a good stock class marker to get? Golly, I don't even know. You know, I mean, like the only thing I can think of is a Phantom. Yeah, like I mean, you know, there's all kinds of weird. You could get a PGP or like, you know, there's all kinds of like weird old stuff, but for sure the Phantom. I mean, there's really no. I mean, that's what everyone says too. Phantom. I don't even know of another good option. I mean, I don't even, I don't even think there has been another option in 20 years. You know, I think they're the only people that are making them. The Phantom. Oh, the Spider, you get a Tracer. Sure, there's the Tracer, or the Hammer 7, or the Spider. They made a couple of those. The MR, or that's not pump. That's not like stock class though. I guess the Hammer 7 is not stock class either though, really. Just get a Phantom, and Phantoms you can get for real cheap too. Phantoms are like $200 or something like that. I thought of Sterling. I know I did think of Sterlings, and I was like, those are really cool, but I don't really know a lot. And I know I don't even know, are they still making those guns? Like, all those things are so old that I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you. We did kind of get some not so good news this week, I guess. This is like, I don't know why this is not saved in here. Good Lord. Good Lord. So we kind of saw this. Will Ball for Soup earlier this week, I think, posted this. It says on that very top, according to well-connected industry sources, Valken is out of business as of today. Previously reported Valken is restructuring via bankruptcy, but now I'm hearing it's truly the end of days. This is indicative, this is what I don't understand. This is indicative of overall industry decline and really depressing. There sadly isn't enough players to keep all of our current paintball companies alive and financially viable. I don't understand what the other part is. GI told me Valken closed 100%. I don't know. All Valken report the news, bruh. I don't understand what this is all about. Yeah, none of this is surprising, right? I mean, like, if anybody has been following paintball for like any time here, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You know, when did we talk about Valken last? Oh man, I'm gonna have a hard time. If I open this, maybe I can find it. Valken Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I don't actually know the date we talked about it, so I don't have that there. But we did look at this. This is, you know, whatever the actual filing and stuff. And I don't have access to Pacer. You have to pay like a fee and shit to look at this stuff, and I don't care that much. But somebody else has. And there was a gentleman that reviewed it over on M. Carter Brown. And he said that, let me go back here. He said that Valken owes like $1 million to some company, and they agreed to pay it through their Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They have not paid it, so now that company is contacting the courts and trying to force Valken to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy, so they have to liquidate all their assets to be able to pay these people back. And that is much worse than Chapter 11, like we originally thought. So Valken will be, it appears, going away. Are we echoing? I don't know why I'm echoing. I don't know. Okay, we're back. I don't know. Every time okay. It won't happen again. The hell was I talking about? Chapter 7 bankruptcy. I lost my train of thought. Valken, yes, Valken going away. So there's a couple things happening, right? So Gino Pastorivo, this gentleman right here, is not in the best of health. I don't know if it's for me to discuss, but he's not doing so well. So I think that the company has been struggling because of that these past couple years. But even before that, right? No, I believe he has cancer, unfortunately. Yes. Gino, what am I talking about? Valken. But if anybody has followed Valken these past, or, you know, known about Valken for the past 15 years, it's like, Valken was a cool company, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, right? 2015, Valken were making things. They had middling products, you know, they've never made anything crazy. They made the VMAX hopper, which was a cheap, affordable hopper, but they haven't sold that in 10 years. They made the Valken VSL, their attempt at a high-end hopper, that they haven't sold in 10-something years. They had the Valken Code, which was a terrible flop of a gun 10-something years ago. Maybe like 7 or 8. They just haven't made anything. You know, they used to have like one of the best places to go buy all this stuff. Like if you were a paintball store, you could call Valken and you could get like all kinds of stuff. You could get hoppers and pods and CO2 tanks and compressed air tanks, and you know, you could buy paint from them. They had all types of different levels of packs and pants and all kinds of stuff. And like they don't have anything. Like they haven't like had anything to sell in years. Like it's been years. They did try to, someone was saying airsoft. I literally just was going to riff on that. I was a tech at an airsoft field. I don't know. They did switch to airsoft and they have like, you know, done other things a lot. You know, they had like air rifles and stuff, but over the past like 7 or 8 years, it's not, they just kind of haven't done a lot, you know? So it's not like too surprising. Like how, you know, and whoever, you know, wrote that said, it's indicative of the industry decline. And, you know, maybe, I guess, but like, I don't know, you know, Valken, like, they haven't made anything. It's one of the things that I was like, I've been praising HK for, is that like, you know, there's nowhere for like people to buy just a bunch of stuff. You know, you can't go buy a thread protector and a tank cover and like a pair of gloves and like a pack and like a gun, and like you can buy all that stuff from HK. And they're the only company offering like all of those products now. Whereas there used to be like Valken was doing that, and then Key is still doing that. Like Empire, GI Sports, they're still doing that a little bit. But Valken and GI were like those big people doing that. And they're just not anymore. So it's not really, you know, all that surprising that Valken's going away. Yep. What do you guys think? Valken is also an airsoft company. All of the stuff was pretty meh. Not much lost. Yeah, the one thing that Valken really made that I really liked was their camo stuff. For like maybe 7 or 8 years, 10 years, we'll say like 2008 to like 2018 or 17 or something, Valken made easily the best camo stuff. They had, you know, camo jerseys. I have Valken camo stuff still. They had, you know, jerseys you could get for $40 and like pants that were $50 and stuff. They were really cool. So the camo like stuff they had was really good. But that was probably like the coolest stuff they had in like a long time. Top water. It's funny you bring that up because that's the reason why these other companies hate HK, is because they say HK is taking up a piece of every single pie there is in paintball. No. Well, when I say that, I mean like, you know, it's really like, say like you own a paintball store. I look at this like so different than other people too. Like, so when I owned the paintball store, right? Like I own the paintball store, and one of the things like I need to get a lot of shit that like you guys don't think about, right? I need weird ass stuff. I need thread protectors. I need tank O-rings. I need fill nipple covers. I think I might have said thread protectors. I need 200 round hoppers. I need 20-ounce CO2 tanks. I need like, you know, macro line fittings. A lot of weird ass shit like that. you just don't think about, right? And it would suck if I had to buy all those individual things from everybody. You know, I was like, I need 20-ounce tanks. I got to call the 20-ounce tank store. Where what Valken was doing and like GI were doing is you could buy that stuff from them. So I like how HK have like, I don't know. You can just buy all kinds of stuff from them, you know? Yeah, I think it's funny how people don't like HK. So like, Great White Bud, could you inform us why you don't like HK? I know it sucks to type in the chat, so I probably wouldn't do it if you asked me either, but I just think it's funny. Yeah, I think one of the reasons HK blew up is because of these other companies started neglecting parts of the market, right? Like 200-round hoppers and like $40 paintball packs and $50 compressed air tanks and stuff like that. And HK's kind of like weaseled themselves into like that market, those little like price points. Makes sense, you know? Makes sense. My sales rep at Valken was Davey Williamson. That was a long time ago, though. Yeah. Yeah, I think I understand why some people don't like HK too, because like it does seem there are some products that they like. I don't want to say rip off. They like inspire. They take some inspirational design cues from other companies or whatever. But then they also buy stuff, you know, like there's the like the full auto valve they have or whatever for the EMEC. They like. Everyone said they like, you know, copied everybody, but they actually purchased the like design. Dude, I don't know what is with like so many of these comments, so many of your guys' comments get held for stupid reasons. Moderation activity. What does that mean? I don't know. Valken. My little bro got an entry-level HK hopper, and I was very unimpressed. Which one? Chris, did they license it from Paintball Gateway? I thought like somebody bought it or like, you know, something like that. That could have been some other thing they made too. Okay, what else are we talking about? Oh my gosh, look at this. I gotta get back to my old notes. I'm like, what are these notes? What are these notes? $80. If it was $80, it's probably the speed. Oh, I don't have. It's out in the car still. Not the speed. Or it could be the speed. Yeah, for sure. Hey, I never said they made like literally the best product. It's like. For sure, at that budget, at that price, that like $80-ish to $100 price, the Spire IR or the LTR for sure better. Most disappointing electric hopper award goes to the View Loader Quantum. Yeah, the Quantum was goddamn, that thing sucked. Yeah, the Quantum was super annoying. The Quantum had this little like worm thingy in the inside that like spun around like this and was supposed to like, it didn't actually like articulate. It was just crazy shape, and it would like rotate on the inside, and it would use one 9-volt battery. It had no eyes, so some of them you would turn on and it would never turn itself off. It would just that's what it would sound like. The Ricochet, yeah, the Ricochet was a little different inside, right? HK Army's best product is their metal speed feed. Verbal says, you know what I always wanted these speed feeds? I wonder if anybody's ever like... I wonder if anyone's ever done this, right? You've got your speed feed right here. I don't know if you guys can hear me. You got your speed feed. I wonder if anyone's ever like stuck their finger in and then like tried to pull it out and like like just filleted their finger, like pulled all the like skin off their finger. I feel like that's what I touch the metal ones and I'm like, ooh, I kind of it kind of weirds me out. I feel like I want to like get my hand to like peel off all the skin on my finger. Probably not happened to anybody, but I have like this weird phobia of aluminum speed beads. Oh, the clear halo. My clear halos don't work anymore. I haven't had a clear halo working forever. We're just gonna watch this a little bit. So this happened this past week. Yeah. This happened this past week. The road to Aruba. This is actually the finals. Kind of want to hear. So these teams are kind of crazy. Man, I do have this monitoring off. There's that fucking echo. Sorry, now it's gone. I didn't realize the monitor was on. That's why it was echoing. Yeah, I think Jason Edwards and Jacob Edwards are actually playing for this Gulf Coast Gorillas team. It's kind of crazy. I was thinking about like paintball, and I'm like, it's so cool. Like this tournament is held in Aruba. That's why the thumbnail says Aruba, Bahama on it. And yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, how cool is it to go to a paintball tournament in Aruba? I mean, that's pretty cool. But I don't know. Do I actually want to play paintball in Aruba? I mean, it's going to be brutally hot. Like, it's got to be so unimaginably hot there. It would be cool to go. One of the things that I probably should have done, the road to Aruba, I didn't even think about doing this. This right here. So this is what it used to look like. This is the old road to Aruba. This is the old Aruba tournament. 2000, does it say? To the year 2000. Getting off the airplane. Who is that? Do we know who that was? Look at all these people. We know who that is. I'm like 90% sure that's Jeremy Salm, right? See, this was just way different, though. Is that Gary Bound? So this is just crazy, right? This is more of an experience, right? That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, so you go to Aruba and it's like, you know, you're just playing like a regular ass airball tournament. At least like back in the day, it was like kind of crazy, you know? They were like playing on the sand and like the beach is right there. See, look at the beach in the background. I mean, I don't necessarily want to play on sand, you know, but, you know, I could probably do without the sand, but it's just a little more interesting. Ooh, look at that classic Bob Long Intimidator right there. Yeah, it's just more interesting. Playing on sand is a goddamn nightmare, though. What do you guys think? Would you rather play in this, like you want to play in the sand on the beach, or do you want to play like just a regular tournament? Sand on the beach, regular tournament. No one's probably going to say anything, so like, oh, fuck all this sand tournaments. One of the things that sucked about the sand back in the day was that there were so many, like, you'd get sand inside the guns and stuff. Okay, we got one regular guy, no sand. Oh, nope. Sand's awful. Yeah, you'd get like sand in the guns and stuff like that, and it just would not go well. It was not the greatest. Can we have a regular tournament on the beach? Like Huntington Beach? I wish. I mean, that'd be great. They had that one in Thailand. That one looked really cool. The turf does look good, though. It's just really clean, for sure. I think that the Gulf Coast Gorillas ended up winning this tournament. We can go back over here and I can actually look. There are your Road to Aruba winners. The Gulf Coast Gorillas. Let's see what the teams are. Like I said, they have some kind of like, you know, crazy teams. Let's pause that video. That didn't be playing. Ooh. I want to see where Aruba's at. There's where Aruba's at. Look at that. Not a lot of teams. I think they had like 12 teams. But, you know, it makes sense. I mean, fucking, it's goddamn Aruba. Yeah, I think Jason Edwards. Yeah, Jacob and Jason. Mr. Castro. Smoke Patrol 507 had Ben Challenger, Paul Everett, Harrison Fry, Tommy Greenleaf, Blake Yarber. That's a pretty good team. I don't know who these people are, though, unfortunately. Sorry, Cameron, I think? Hawaiian Heat. Royce, he played for the Naughty Dogs for a long time. Ryan Podesta's played for a bunch of stuff. Gilbert also played for the Bears. Yeah, and I was going to say Seattle Thunder. Or no, maybe Royce played for Thunder then, huh? He probably played for Thunder. He didn't play for Uprising. Yeah, it's just kind of an interesting tournament. You know, it'd be really cool to go to one of those. But again, you know, crazy to play like in Aruba. It just would be so goddamn hot. I mean, you kind of give the advantage to, you definitely give the advantage to like these guys, though. I mean, to like the Florida guys, maybe the Gulf Coast Gorillas. Let's watch a little bit of this, actually. I'll put my headphones on. I'm going to turn the volume up.
6 p.m. till 8 p.m. Honeypot. Come by, have a drink, come get to know the players.
It does look good.
And of course, come have some fun. We got 20 seconds on the clock.
The audio's a little crackly right now.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Smoke Patrol versus Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast on the blue side, Smoke Patrol on the red side. And we have it.
Who knows the right, right, left, I guess. Sure.
We lost for one. One is Gulf Coast. We lost one from Gulf Coast and up in the center.
Look at how clean everything looks. The bunkers look so clean.
You got it battling out.
Did they like clean the bunkers? Like, it looks like pristine. All the sponsors on the screen are nuts. Look, guys, I can only get one sponsor. I mean, what's with this? I've only got one sponsor. There's Blake Yarber. I've only got one sponsor. Look at all this.
These are fast lanes, guys. They got heavy guns on it.
I think there might be more people watching me right now than watch this whole entire live stream. No, that's not fair. About half. I think, I don't know.
From Dynasty. We got 2 Gs.
Why can I not get Garage Central as a sponsor? Yeah, I don't know, not too exciting. This layout's kind of crazy though. The snake side looks wild. There's not even like really a snake. There's just like some bricks over there with like snake beams like laid down in front of them. The 50's kind of wild. Oh, it's got like that beams going across. I like those camera angles though. Go back to those ones. Those are interesting. I like the slow zoom too.
Advancing, as you should, because this field is all about putting out everybody in their lane and trying to get up.
That camera, Chris, you like that like crazy, the one we just saw, that like crazy down angle? It's kind of neat.
Did not see that. It was 4-on-4. We got one player for golf. Smoke. We got one player for smoke patrol all the way up into the 50. Snake.
Not super exciting. How does Aruba have a better production setup than most of the US tournaments? Austin asks. You know what I think, Austin? I think it's because the government pays for it. I think that a lot of these tournaments, like, see all the weird things on here? See, like, in the top right, like, see right here? Oh, there's, like, an Aruba logo. And, like, there's a bunch of weird-ass logos, you know? Like, there's just, like, a bunch of logos. So I think that they have, like sports commissions and stuff. So they have, like, you know, the government has, like, a sports tourism body or something. I don't know. And, like, they can get help from the government, actually. So they actually, like, give them money. Yeah, like, tourism grants. There you go. It's the same way that, like, you see all the crazy tournaments in Asia.
And he's out. They kill the corner, and it's a game. Once again, it's game for Smoke Patrol.
Base. Point approved.
Was a good game, guys. Was a good game. As you guys can see, it's all about smash and control. You guys go all the way from the start.
There's money in Aruba. Yeah, there's a lot of like rich people in Aruba for sure, and poor people. It's a little bit.
Once you have a kill off the break,
probably a little bit of both.
Or die, basically, because now it's 5-on-4.
Yeah, they've had lots of tournaments before. We saw that like this, you know, the original Aruba tournament. We were just watching a little bit. I think hopefully it's still copied in there. You know, this thing, it's like they had this Road to Aruba, they used to call it, for a long time. I think that, maybe not a long time. They only maybe did it a handful of years. It started back in 1776, which is an odd time. The first church was built in 1776. Well, thank God we converted the island. The Road to Aruba.
Patrol 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Once again, this is the last match of the day at Aruba Open. My name is Kristen.
See, the like Aruba Paintball Federation. Like, you know, they like I don't know, somehow get money for that too.
You guys can follow me at the Hybrid Aruba. I used to be a paintball player back in the day when I was like a little kid. Started out when I was like 12 years old, all the way up to when I was like 30. Play semi-professional, and also had a lot of fun while growing up with my boys on Aruba in the States, and also play international. You guys can also follow me once again, guys, at the Hybrid Aruba.
Aruba. Little known fact, the government Aruba sponsored the song. Oh my God, really? Did they? Kokomo? That's what the like title of the thumbnail says, Aruba, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Why don't we go to Jamaica or something?
Super hot, but guess what?
All right, guys, we're not watching this anymore. We'll switch back over here. We're done with Aruba. Yeah, Aruba's pretty cool. I'd like to go to Thailand to a paintball tournament. You know, if anyone wants to fly me over to France and hang out, I'll go to that. For sure. Bobsled. Are we gonna start a bobsled team? The Aruba bobsled team. Okay, first, someone has to give me... I want to make the 10 paintball commandments. What should the 10 paintball commandments be? everybody in the chat, come up with a commandment. What should the 10 paintball commandments be? Like if we were to make like the 10 crack commandments, but we were to turn into paintball, what would they be? No one's gonna know anything. Thou shalt not raise thy mask. I like that one. Thou shalt not tell stories about frozen paintballs is really good too. Thou shalt not overshoot. Yeah, that's so good. Thou shalt not wipe any hit. I like the thou shalt not, guys. Good job with that too. Thou shalt not hit a Boy Scout. Yep. Thou shalt not cheat within sight of a ref. Thou shalt not wipe, yeah. Thou shalt not take a marker apart, cause a leak, and sell it for half what you paid. That's good too. That's good. Thou shalt take it easy on renters. I think it's funny. I don't know why. Who thought of this? The paintball field. And then I thought about the 10 crack commandments, and I was like, man, it'd be so funny to make like a. Would it be funny to dress like Moses and like present the 10 paintball commandments to someone? If I like dressed like Moses and we like did like a whole like a minute long the 10 paintball commandments. Thou shalt not shout to thy own teammate. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Thou shalt not enter the field with half filled the tank. That's good. Yeah, I want to dress like Moses. This is really just a ploy for me to dress like Moses. Thou shalt wash their shit after every day so they don't smell like death. I don't apply to that. I don't follow that. We should have South Park themed game this season, and Jesus ran the event. We had a South Park themed game this season, and Jesus ran the event? What? We did film a bit of an intro. I'll show you guys real fast. I am filming an intro for the live stream. We've kind of talked about that very briefly. It just made me think about filming and being Moses. But I gotta be able to find... The problem with this is I have to log out, I think, of this account. Yeah, we'll just do that really fast. I have to go to my other YouTube channel, not my other channel, I guess, my actual YouTube account. Yeah, so I want to film like an intro to the live stream. I've always like wanted to do something, and I kind of want to put it to music and stuff. And we filmed Chris Raymond, my friend Chris Raymond, moderator Chris Raymond. Here, you guys might notice him in there. This is gonna be like part of the intro. Yeah, there's no audio. This is like a 30-second long like thing, and there's probably gonna be like music. I'll probably like do some sort of music set to this. I don't know if this is gonna be necessarily like the right order for all this, but it's something like this. So you'll see like a version of this when the live stream starts. Yep, that's literally all. Yeah, that's all. That's just what I did on Saturday. Hell yeah, I remember shooting an E-Tech 5 and fell in love with it. Why are we talking about the E-Tech 5? And I have the 6 now, but I'm buying one next week. Congratulations. I like the Empire 6. I also like the E-Tech 5. I owned an E-Tech 5 for a little bit. I think I played with the E-Tech 5 for like 6 months. Yeah. Yep, I ran out of all my topics. You know, guys, should go buy some merch over at the Paintball Ruined My Life store. Did that button not work? Okay, this one should work. The Paintball Ruined My Life store, where you can find all kinds of cool things, like paintball headbands like that. Headbands are $30 a piece, so they're a very good value. You can see right there that they're 100% cotton. It tells you the length and dimensions, but, you know, they're typical headband length and dimensions. 100% cotton. I designed every single one. I ship every single one. I didn't actually manufacture them all. There's barrel covers on there for $7 each or $15 for 3 packs. They spark a little bit of joy. Paintball Ruined My Life merch. Yeah, there's 3 packs for $75 for headbands. There's links in the description. You know, support the channel and get some new drip. That's the first time I've ever said that. Is that the correct way to use that word? I didn't hit the right button. Aqua Cleaning says, I've got one. They're awesome quality. They're pretty good. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're headbands, you know. They should be what you kind of expect. They're not like, you know, I don't know. Crazy. I don't know. I don't even know how you can make a crazy quality headband. I mean, I guess you could just sew it thicker. I don't know. I like the 90s sitcom intro vibe. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's kind of funny. There's gonna be some music to it, so it might be a little funnier. You should check out the Ray-Ban footage the guy uploaded on the Paintball subreddit. It's awesome. I don't like it. Sorry. My footage is better. Not that it's just my footage and I did it better. There's just way better ways to use cameras than those. Like, the thing that I hate about those Ray-Bans is we'll actually go look at something. Because I actually meant to look at this earlier. We were talking about the International Classic Paintball League. And Rainey Stanzak, professional paintball player Rainey Stanzak, he's always wearing those meta, like... Oh my god, you're gonna make me log in, you son of a bitch. Can we, like, log in, like, really fast? Where's my phone? It's gonna be, like, 2-factor. Hold on. Instagram. Okay. Logging in. Logging in. Okay. Yes, just logged in. Rainey Stanzak, professional paintball player. He's been wearing these things all over the place, and this footage right here is from the like meta whatever. Dude, Rainey, did he only turn... Who turned 30? Did Meter turn 30? Dude, I'm freaking old. Meter's only 30. Anyway, here's some footage of those as well. And, like, you know, it's POV footage, but that goddamn fucking glare drives me crazy. But look at how cool this footage is. That's really kind of cool. You know, it's really cool. Like, I get it. But there's other cameras and stuff that, the goddamn rotor. Fucking, there's other cameras that are just like, you know, I don't know, I think better. It's just because of the glare. I mean, the glare is the biggest problem I have, you know, like, yeah, for sure. There's other, like, all kinds of other cameras you can, like, jam in there. I just hate the freaking glare, that's all. I don't know. I just don't like the glare. Yeah, there's tons of cameras. Like, you can shove a GoPro in your mask like I do. And there's no, like, I don't know. Let's go show you what mine look like, I guess. So here is footage from a long time ago. I mean, this is like 6 years ago right here. So this is, like, you can see, this is like also point of view. I mean, these cameras are so old that it probably would benefit from having some sort of stabilization on like a newer camera setup. But this is extreme point of view too. Like, the camera is literally right here in my mask. So it kind of can't get more point of view. And there's no glare, which is kind of cool. It's not super exciting, but, you know, that's what it looks like. Here's an exciting part, apparently. Dun-dun-dun-dun. But obviously, like, you have to wear, like, the way I'm wearing the mask, you have to, like, wear something in your mask. So that does kind of suck. I mean, I guess with the, you know, those glasses, you're wearing something too, so. I just wouldn't want to wear the glasses either, because, like, I even noticed, like, I don't know. Hold on. Glasses. So I even noticed, like, you know, like, if I just wear, like, regular glasses, like, if I wear these glasses around, like, I hate how I can see, like, right here. Like, if I'm just, like, living life, it's not a big deal, you know, like, whatever. But, like, if I'm riding my bicycle, I hate these because I lose so much, like, peripheral vision. I don't like how much, like, it cuts off my, like, side view. So I probably wouldn't really like those glasses so much, especially playing, because you, like, you kind of, like, I don't know, it just feels like it cuts off so much of, like, that side angle that it's, like, hard to see. So, like, when I, like, my bicycle, I wear, like, these other glasses. I wear these glasses. And they're polarized, so I can't see. But they, like, you know, I have, like, crazy, like, wide field of view. Can you, like, is there, like, a cool reflection? I literally can't see because it's polarized. I have to, like, tilt my head. Long Island. I'd like to go to Long Island. I'd go to New York. I like New York. I've only been there once. I was only there for a short period. I don't know. Cameras. I really do like how Rainy's doing that, though. Like, that, like, all access stuff. I really do like his Instagram. It's really kind of fun. Yeah, so I would go follow him. All access paintball. And, it's just kind of cool, right? Like, it's kind of a fun angle. I think that for, like, this regular day stuff, it's kind of even better, I think, than for paintball. Because it's cool to see, you know, him going everywhere. Like, this is them getting ready for 10-man, and it does give a kind of a cool perspective. Like, he was recently on the HK Mark Cresson podcast dealio. Yep. Rainy's cool. Go follow the All Access Paintball Instagram account. Anthony! What's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. Not much is happening here. Everything's really blue, though, and I don't know if I like it. Would EMR have had a Mounds field or skirmish? I don't know. I don't think you're talking to me. I don't know what else to talk about. I don't got any other cool topics. I kind of set some segments up. I want to have like some reoccurring segments on here. So I'm going to have, I kind of want to do a myth or fact section, like where we can do like a bust a myth or talk about a myth sometimes. Like they're kind of obvious questions a lot of people know. I thought it would be fun to do like a thing called the Tech Corner in live streams where we can like go over how to do something. Like when to rebuild or replace your tank regulator, how to replace your fill nipple O-ring, how to rebuild the tank regulator, why your regulator creeps while you're not shooting, when your paint shoots different, or why your paintballs shoot different in the afternoon, why your gun won't shoot. We'll go over like common problems. The Paintball Tech Corner. Maybe if you guys have some cool tech suggestions we could do. I was trying to think of like universal kind of like topics, but I don't know. So many like tech problems are so like specific to dude, polarized sunglasses are so crazy. What does it look like? What does it look like when we look through like this? I'm curious. I know this is exciting. Okay, it doesn't really work the same. Yeah, so many of the tech topics are all like very specific to, I don't know, specific to the gun or whatever. Anyone see the Method Shocker Bolt is up for pre-order? No, I did not see that. I haven't even seen the inside of those guns, so I don't even know. Although I don't know, you know, like, I don't know. I'm not like an engineer, so it doesn't like, I don't know. Like I couldn't even look at the bolt and tell you anything anyway. I was like, I'm not the guy to even tell you that stuff. Have they even like discussed the differences? I mean, that thing came out and they didn't even like talk about what the difference was. They're just like, here's a Method Shocker. I was like, okay, well, what's going on? How to change tank reg output with shims. I had to dial my Ninja tank to LP for the Angels back then. I know it's kind of hard though, because every like tank is a little different, and then it's really difficult to do it without gauges too. Like to set your tank output pressure, I mean, you really can't do it without gauges. I mean, some of these manufacturers will say like, oh, just do this and this, and it's probably close. But to do it correct, you really need like gauges and stuff like that too to be able to check the output pressure. Which we could do. I mean, we could go over that. You know, we could kind of do it on a couple different regulators and kind of demo the differences. That would be a good idea, right? Because there's some regs that like we could put them in and they say put it at 450, and you put these shims and it'll be 450, and it's not. So being able to put them in and then test it and then show people like it's actually not that pressure, or how can I get it to that actual pressure, would be helpful. Tech Corner, how to build a pressure tester. I know, I thought about that. I was like, I need one too. Yeah. Let's see if we can find something. There used to be a paintball product called the Air America Guardian. I didn't spell Guardian right at all. Well, it's definitely not going to be in the news section. Oh! This is like a god tier part, if anybody has this thing. I used to have one. I used to have all this shit. It kind of kills me that I sold it all. That's the Air America Guardian. So, what the hell is that thing? this piece of machinery right there. So you can kind of see there's a little like turny knob on the top, and you have a 1/8 NPT thread right there so you can put gauges on. And this piece right there unthreads. So that is a, I don't know, we'll call some sort of tank transducer. It's like a, it's the, if you ever have a remote, you screw this piece into your tank or your gun, and you got a little nipple on the back anyway. So you can actually take this piece off, right? This whole like thread, like this hex part and this nipple comes off, and you can screw a normal tank into there, and there's just a little pin that goes down that depresses it. And every time you turn that knob, it lets air out. So it's not an actual like depressor. So like now when you use your normal tank, if you screwed that knob, or your normal gun, if you screwed that knob, it would press a pin in to turn the air on. This thing, the air's always on. It just allows you to like allow a little bit of air out so that you can actually test output pressures of regulators. I feel like I described that so poorly, but that's what that thing is. That's actually a reg tester. And I don't know. They sold those things a very long time ago. This guy's selling this stuff, and he sold all of it. Yeah, the Guardian's really cool though. Obviously, you can make, you know, that stuff pretty simple. There's Al Franken, weirdly. The Guardian. Hey, the Guardian. A quick disconnect. Yeah, we used to put, mine had quick disconnects on it. So like, ours would have, when I was doing it, we had a Guardian, and I don't know, instead of mounting a gauge, you'd mount different quick disconnects to it, so you could put like different gauges on it really fast. So you can like switch back and forth from different gauges. What's going on here? Go back. I have an ASA with a gauge on it for that purpose. Yep, I actually made, there's actually a video that's actually like tells people how to make those things. Yep, I'll make like a really good one. If we do it for the video, I'll like make a really good one. I'll make like a really good reg tester or whatever. There's a better way to set up a trigger vent to test recharge. Yeah, probably. There certainly is. Because those Guardians are weird. You're not really letting like, I don't know, you're not letting the like air out fast enough and sealing it, and it's not like probably the correct amount coming out, and like for sure. You'd have to do it like, I mean, you could set it up on like a cocker or something weird like that. Just use the like I don't know. I don't know. Schultz, I came from Cockers and Angels, so I would love to be able to see all of my pressures. Yeah, you can do it. There's a... Does anyone like make an autococker pressure tester tool or anything like that? Let's search for autococker LPR tester. Yeah, I guess those work. We had this like cool little thing that had like a button on the bottom of it, and you'd like push the button and it'd like it'd like vent air. I don't know. We had a bunch of cool tools I wish I wouldn't have sold. Oh well. We didn't really need them at the time. I still really don't need them. Did the Angel Air just have the tank pressure or also the output pressure? Both, right? Yes. Jesus Christ. It's been so long. No. Was it just tank pressure? I think it might have only been tank pressure. I honestly don't remember. What's crazy is I used one of those like every day for like 10, 15 years, probably 15 years. And like ours didn't work though. The like, you know, the screen didn't work and the battery wasn't in there. So it really didn't, it didn't really need I don't know. We didn't really use the electronics in it. It was hooked up to a scuba tank, so man, I wish I had all the, I had like pictures of all the crazy shit that I used to have. I used to have so much like cool old like tools and shit. What if I go back in time? If I go to like a certain point in time. There's an old air compressor I used to have. There's an old girlfriend I used to have. I just want to find like, I don't know, cool pictures of old paintball stuff I used to have. This was kind of crazy. These are crazy pictures. This is just funny, dude. Hold on. Look at these. The thing I hate about like moving media over like this is that it makes for, it's like the sizing is just going to be nuts, you know, like these are interesting. So this person, we had this gun in for service. This is, I mean, this is obviously years ago. They just stumbled across this. We had this gun in for service, and someone super glued. They tried to super glue the solenoid down. So that's what that is. That stuff on there is super glue. So the threads are all stripped. All the like threads that hold the solenoid in place on this Lux are completely stripped, and that's what that is too. So they tried to like super glue the solenoid to the body. I just think that's hilarious. Here's another bad one. I'm stumbling across all these like old pictures of stuff that like just broken ass stuff. That's a mini. I probably don't need a lot of these pictures anymore, huh? I think I could delete a lot of them. Oh, this is cool too. Look at this thing. This is not something you're going to see every day. The bazooka or rocket launcher, or I don't know, whatever you want to call that thing. Yeah, this thing was kind of crazy. So you fill it up with compressed air. So somewhere on there, there's like a fill nipple, and you fill this whole entire chamber up with compressed air, and you like dump off the chamber. So it's kind of like essentially just a potato gun. It's like a really big potato gun. Oh, there's my leg. Huh. There's my grandpa. I don't know. I probably deleted so much. I delete so much stuff. I could probably delete like most of these pictures too. Jesus. It's like multiple years that are like missing. Okay, I don't know. There's nothing else crazy. At least not worth finding. I still think the Aurora Anno on the Planet Eclipse E-Blades were the best. Yeah, probably. They were really cool. Like the DMs, yeah, like the oil slick DMs for sure. They were cool. Chris, for thoughts on tournament play, trading in the LV2 for the CS3 Pro. Well, I would say tournament play, right? So that means I would think that performance is important, right? And there's no difference, you know. I would say that all the big things we're talking about, you know, like air efficiency and reliability and which one's easier on paint and, you know, I don't know, all that stuff. They're pretty much identical. I mean, there's very minute differences between the two. So it's difficult to say that one is performance-wise better, you know. You might get people saying the LV2 shoots better, but then you're going to get people that say the CS3 shoots better. So who knows? I don't know. It's all preference, I would say. I mean, I don't think that there is a right answer. I think most of these high-end guns, it's just comes down to you, right? I think that a lot of people don't like the LV2 just because of the way it feels, you know, it's just so big that some people prefer that, I don't know, smaller, more streamlined feel of the CS3s. Yeah. CS3 Pro is a little bit bigger than the CS3, so it's going to feel a little longer, maybe kind of like the LV2 a little bit. But it truly is just kind of preference, you know. I think I would rather the CS3, just because I like the way it feels in my hands more, so. I don't know. It is truly preference. Mike has a quick question. Would it be better to buy a new Dye CZR Plus for $350? Nope. Or a used Dye DM9? Nope, not that either. Don't like that one either. To me, the CZR Plus looks like a base model DM11. Even the Axe 2.0 for $400 new. So what I say in that price, like $400, right? Roughly around there. I would not buy used guns. So people are probably telling you to buy used stuff, which I understand. So I'm assuming, since you're asking that question, you're a newer paintball player. And I think for newer players, it's probably better to buy a new gun, right? Because you know it works. You know, you're not going to get a DM9 that is 15 years old at this point, and that's a long time for paintball. I mean, you got to think paintball's only been around 40 years. So if something's 15 years old, like, I mean, that's a good period of time. So buying something that old, it's going to have some sort of problem. I mean, it's highly unlikely you'll get it and it's going to be perfect, you know? And maybe it is, but it's still an old gun that's going to require more care and more maintenance than any of the newer guns, just as a fact of them being new. And the parts are considerably more expensive for those higher end guns, because the DM9, DM12, they're, you know, in that $400 price now. But when they were new, they were, you know, $1,500. So their spare parts also reflect that price, right? Like electronics can be $100 or more for these higher end guns. Whereas a gun like the CZR or the Axe, if it needs electronic parts, they're like a quarter or a third of that price. So they're just much more affordable to fix as well. So, you know, it's weird like buying a cool Ferrari from the 80s, you know, like you can get it for 40 grand, which, you know, still a lot of money for a car from the 80s, but it's not too bad for a Ferrari. But, you know, the parts are going to cost more than the car itself. So that's where it starts to get weird with these old high-end guns. I think if you know what you're doing, if you're an experienced player, like I said, I think it's good for newer players to buy new guns just because they work. if you're experienced and, you've been playing forever like me, maybe buying something old isn't a big deal because you know what you're looking for. You kind of understand the products a little bit better. So it's easier to make that decision. And I would, if you're in that $400 price and you just don't want to go over $400, the Empire Axe is fantastic. I mean, they're excellent. I mean, I honestly might rather have one of those than one of the old die guns, just because I know that they're going to be reliable. Like, I know the Axe is going to be reliable. So I think for newer players, you're definitely better off staying with stuff that works. It's new. You can go back to the place you bought it, or, call the place or call the manufacturer, or, you can get something done. Whereas when you buy, a DM9, which isn't a bad gun, it's just going to be a lot more difficult to like fix and get serviced and all that stuff. Oh yeah. Just buy something new. That's what I do. But there are some very good used deals out there, And I would say that you said the CZR looks like a base model DM11. The DM11 is better than the CZR for sure. I don't like those cheap die guns. They just kind of suck. Honestly, they're just not made that well, and they just kind of suck. Where like the Planet Eclipse guns that are inexpensive and the Empire guns are much better, for sure. The DM11, it's better. I mean, just as a fact of it being like, higher quality product in general. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? I've been telling people to do that for my entire life, so that's what I say. $400 for a 170R? Yeah, $400 is probably a better idea to buy, like, say, one of those guns. But I still think that new is better for new people. Verbal says, $450, I'm going to used TM40. The problem, though, is, like, for us, that works. But, you give a used gun to someone who's never played paintball before, and, like, I don't know. Yep. Old Soul said it right there. If you can save a bit more, the ETHA 3 that they have over on bfpgear.com for $550 will be good in the long term. Something like that. Yeah, I think the ETHA 3 is probably the way to go. The ETHA 3 is probably the best gun ever made. But, it is a little bit more money. I'm a used marker guy, but I tinker and I don't mind fixing things. Yep, for sure. Me too. I mean, I've bought in so many goddamn used guns, it's crazy. But we're also, experienced. That's the thing. Couldn't tell you how many people I've seen come into the paintball store. I bought this gun off eBay. It's like, fuck, all right. Or like, I bought this used gun and like, whatever. I'm like, okay, you bought a DM9 for $450. And I'm like, okay, it looks good on the outside, but you need an eye pipe. Someone pinched the eye wires. You need a new reg seat. I don't know. Just that stuff's like, $100. It's like, you should just bought an ETHA 3. What happened? Auto Solutions. What are you saying? Oh, you guys talking to each other. Ooh, a G7. Yeah, I kind of wish that I would have kept all my old guns too. I don't know. It's so hard for me to keep old stuff though. Like if it's not worth a lot of money, I have no problem keeping stuff. But like, man, when I haven't had like a lot of like a bunch of high-end guns for so long though too. So, but like when I was buying and selling stuff like crazy and trading stuff, it was just like I couldn't do it. I was like, man, I could sell this and get something else. I was like constantly like, oh, I gotta sell it. Well, I don't know. Verbal, what'd you say? I agree with reasoning. I'm just shocked at how cheap you can get high-end markers like TM40 for sure. The Luxes have always kind of been like that, right? They've always been a little cheaper. A Planet Eclipse seem to hold their value far better just because they're more desirable, you know, so people actually want those guns. So they like 20% more used or something like that. Almighty Leo says, I haven't played paintball since the early 2010s, and I remember when thinking paintball was stuck in the past. Fast forward to last month, and I started getting paintball videos on my algorithm. And I'm seeing that the sport still feels dated, like it peaked in 1990. I don't know. What do you mean? Dated how? Yeah, I don't know. It probably didn't peak in 1990s. I mean, just by a pure fact of, you know, numbers. I mean, there's, you know, way more people playing paintball now than the 90s. For sure. I mean, personally, I wish we'd, like, go back in time. I kind of like the old woods ball stuff so much. And I mean, it's been so hard in California, like, I don't know, man. I just want to play woods ball. There's, like, no woods ball really around. Woods ball, it's getting kind of light. Thinking about dinner. What am I going to have for dinner? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Have you guys seen this Sora 2 thing? Like the Sora AI social media apps they're doing? Fuck. I don't know. Getting crazy. Carpet Bob's, I don't know. I don't like that place. I don't even think that's woods ball. It's not even woods ball. It's like technically under trees or something, but it's like, you know, I want like bushes and like, I want to like sneak around in the woods and shit. I'm like, you can't really do that at like freaking jungle or whatever. Sora, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I just want to go like crawl in the woods somewhere. We might have to go out to Shooters all season paintball at some point here. Go play in the woods. Yeah, this Sora 2 shit is so crazy. It's crazy how, like, you upload your picture and they'll let you make any AI video you want to yourself, and, like, I don't know. It's weird how, like, interesting the videos are, though. Like, I hate how it's like, I'll watch it and I'm like, wow, it kind of like, it does grab you a little bit. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just such an interesting thing, like where we're going with the media. If you were to build your dream Proflex, what would it be? Black? I'd have black bottoms. I'd probably do black ears, black goggle frame. I don't care what goggle frame. And a smoke to clear fade lens. It's all black. I'm pretty simple. Yeah. I mean, I do like some of the frames. It honestly probably would just do black. But I kind of do like, you know, some of the colored goggle frames. So it's possible that, you know, I could do a colored frame or something. I really like, I actually really, really like, let's see. I really, really, really like all the like new, like JT masks. But the problem with like these masks is they're all like so like all sold out everywhere and stuff. Like they're probably all freaking sold out already everywhere. Weren't they the new birthstone colors or whatever? They might be all gone already and taken offline. Freaking sell the goddamn things in 20 minutes. Well, I guess it is just that one. I thought it was like brighter green or something like that. I really like these goggle frames. Like these clear goggle frames, like this clear green looks really cool. Like I could for sure see and have like clear colored parts or something like that. I really like that. But I really do just like black, you know. I like it all black. Those straps are kind of cool though too. I really like this freaking green though. It does look really good. And surprisingly, these pink parts, although like pink Proflex parts look really good too. Like this looks really good in person. It is light pink, so this is not white. It's like a light pink and a hot pink together. Freaking masks. Yeah, maybe like, you know, maybe like a clearish color goggle strap. No, frame. Smoke fade, the best lens. Yeah, I love those. I love them. I like them. That's probably my favorite. Or these. I should just wear these. These are Oakley. I've had these sunglasses for so long that I've had to buy and replace parts. I had to buy new arms. I had to buy new nose piece. It's pro-owned. What's pro-owned? Yeah, I really do like smoke fades. It's crazy they took them away for a while there and they didn't like make them. They weren't I don't know. They just didn't have them. Interesting. Wacky. All right, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I have a hard out at 5:45 and we have 8 minutes till. 8 minutes till now. And, 7 minutes, my bad. True. What are we talking about? Hector. Oh, we're talking about... Who's got the NOS? We're talking about spoon engines. We have... Fuck, I can't remember any of those characters' names. You said Hector. Oh, Dom or Toretto. Toretto! Dude, that movie was like such a big deal when it came out. We were all into street racing when that movie came out. I was all into street racing. It's not very safe. You will definitely see me next weekend. I don't know what we're doing next weekend. We're going to try some of our new segments. We're going to try to do a tech corner. And then we're going to try to do a fact or fiction. I don't know what the fact or fiction is going to be. Frozen paintballs hurt more. Rifled barrels are more accurate. It's just a bunch of the like typical like, you know, paintball nonsense. Then I got a bunch of other kind of interesting things there too. Didn't matter what you had. You lived your life a quarter mile at a time. Damn, remember Granny's shifting? Yeah, we were so into street racing. I mean, I never really raced my car, though. I was always like... I mean, I had a, fast car at one point in time. And I was just too scared. I was always like... I mean, the goddamn things cost so much money. There's no way I'm going to race my car and then, like, crash it? You kidding me? Or, like... somehow breaks the transmission or like, you know, something goes bad. No way, dude. The cars are way too expensive. I was always so scared. Find another way home, pizza boy. That's funny. Now there's like Fast and the Furious is crazy now. Are they on like 9? Fast and the Furious 14? That's what they're going to need all the AI for in the future. It's going to be like Fast and the Furious 85. In the future, though, I don't even know if we're going to be watching movies. In the future, you might be able to say, like, to your computer, make me a Batman movie based in 1981 that he's having an affair with Catwoman. And it could just make the whole movie. And you got your own movie. So, yeah. There's that. Okay. Well, I gotta go. I gotta be at a not Korean. Japanese place in 12 minutes. Gentlemen, I cannot tell time right now. Come back next weekend. No, on Thursday. No, on Monday. Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure to give the live stream a like before you leave. Give the live stream a like. Maybe if you're on the channel, leave a comment later. If you see a video come up, leave a like on the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you don't like or do like about those videos. Victor? Please. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Daylight saving time? I don't know. No? I don't know. Is it over? Is it not? I don't know.